Good morning. My name's Karen Buchanan, and I serve as an A-State mentor for EDD students. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a short PowerPoint and some thinking around preparing for the dissertation journey, shaping your students' mindset. Mentorship is a relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person helps to guide a less experienced or less knowledgeable person. Today we're going to really lean into your role as a mentor and think about ways that you as mentor can shape your students' mindset. Students often come to the dissertation project with a host of uneasy feelings and misconceptions about the dissertation process and its outcomes. These ways of thinking and feeling can become roadblocks to their success. As a mentor, you play an important role in shaping your students' thinking in ways that set them up for success. This brief video will offer you a window into some common ways of thinking often seen in inexperienced doctoral students, and ways that you can shape or reshape their thinking in an effort to help facilitate their success. So let's begin. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome can be defined as a collection of feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evident success. Imposters suffer from chronic self-doubt and a sense of intellectual fraudulence that override any feeling of success or external proof of their competence. In other words, these students wonder if they have what it will take to successfully complete a doctoral dissertation. This is a really common feeling for new dissertation students. You can help shape students' mindset by reminding them that the program wanted them, selected them to be a part because they believed that the student had what was needed to be successful. Encouraging your student to have positive self-talk can really help with imposter syndrome. And then also encouraging them to embrace some of the characteristics or character traits that they want their students to embrace when facing new learning. Things like being courageous, perseverance, having a hunger to learn, having a can-do attitude. All those kinds of reinforcements will help students deal with imposter syndrome. A second thing that we often see with doctoral students is that they can be tied into perfectionistic ways of thinking. They are working on a draft and are so wanting it to be perfect before you see it. And it often can get in the way of their progress. Shaping your students' mindset is really important here. Helping them set some progress goals together can help them pace the way through, and also helping them realize that sometimes you probably won't hit that goal target, and that's okay. You'll redefine the goal. Scheduling regular check-ins with your dissertation students can be helpful. And encouraging them to be honest, even if they haven't been able to make any progress on their dissertation, being able to check in and tell you where they're at and where they're headed can help them have some tools to move forward. I think it's really important for doctoral students to understand that the dissertation is a journey. A journey has many bumps in the road. It has peaks and valleys, And it's all part of a transformative journey that they're going for. So I would encourage you to help them have some journey thinking and some journey preparations that will help lead to their success. So, in terms of journey preparations, encourage them to have a support network. That might be a few other doctoral students in their cohort that they regularly touch bases with, or it could be family members. Encourage your dissertation students to take care of their health and well-being. There's nothing that gets more in the way of progress in this process than students not taking care of themselves by not exercising, getting adequate sleep and water, being attentive to their spiritual and their family needs. So caring for their health and well-being is important. A third journey preparation is creating some boundaries. These are very busy people now taking on a very large project. So being able to have some boundaries about when they're going to be working on their dissertation, when they are going to craft time out that will be just family time, that they can feel free from the dissertation to focus on their family. Creating those kinds of boundaries is important in this journey that they're on. Also, your big journey thinking around a big picture perspective, knowing that this is a journey with a beginning and middle and end, keeping an eye on that prize at the end, that that's where they're headed. Being upfront about the fact that journeys have highs and lows along the way, and that they can be honest about acknowledging those things as they bump into them in the journey. By acknowledging them, they're able to get the support that they need, not only from you as a mentor, but also from their support network. Sometimes dispositional issues or emotional issues arise. I just love this picture because I think we've often seen students who are just steaming. Something has really ticked them off. And so sometimes dissertation students bump into this academic pursuit that really challenges them. For some of them, they've always aced every class they've ever taken, and they are thrown for a loop and hit a real wall when they perceive that their success might be threatened. And sometimes the frustration they experience can be evidenced in some real dispositional issues or frustrations that really become roadblocks to them moving forward. Some pitfalls to avoid here are getting frustrated with feedback. Students often just are angry when someone gives them some really good detailed feedback. Sometimes students feel like things should be easier. It should not be this hard. Often blaming others for their first frustration can happen. Sometimes their pride gets hurt when they get a lot of substantive feedback. You can shape your students' mindset by leaning into key attitudes that cultivate and reinforce things like their persistence and resilience, their courage, their can-do attitude, their spirit of adventure and gratitude and humility. Those are all important things that you can lean into and talk about how those are things that really make for transformative learning. The best dissertations are fueled by true curiosity about an issue and encourage dissertation students to Above all, be learners on this once in a lifetime journey. They have you as guide, you as mentor, and you have the ability to set them up for success by helping to shape their mindsets along the way. Well, best wishes to you as you step into this role, and may you have a wonderful time mentoring these students.